in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
Thank you, Deidrey. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. And so in this moment, for those members of our congregation and our families that are veterans, that have known the loss of service members, friends, we take a moment and we pause. And if it's comfortable, close your eyes. And simply become aware of your breath for just a moment. We collectively want to take a moment to honor those service members who gave everything. And as we pause and we expand, know the truth of our oneness. We honor the lives of all who have died in conflict in the desire for freedom. We relax into this moment. We relax into comfort. We take a breath. We allow loving memories to comfort us in this moment. We bless all of those souls who have moved on into their next adventure in spirit, knowing that by holding their memories in our hearts, that they live on. Life is eternal. Biological life is limited in this relative world that we live in. And we honor that in them that is eternal. We honor that which is in us that is eternal. We bless them in the sacrifice that they made, knowing that at the level of spirit, all is well. All is well. And we allow our loving memories to comfort us. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. As we prepare to receive Rev Todd's message, let us sing this beautiful one by Daniel Nahmod, Go Inside to Find My God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Let's sing it. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Oh, I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, joy. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy, more than enough. Inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, joy. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is sacred love. I will leave this day as it is. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this day. I will leave this day as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace and joy. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy, more than enough. Inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I'll go inside. I'll go inside to find my God. I'll go inside. I'll go inside to find my God. Amen.
Thank you, Deidrey. Happy Sunday, friends. I was reminded this week of one of my favorite Far Side cartoons. Yeah, some of you are nodding. Yeah, you know, it's Midvale School for the Gifted. And that young man is pushing to get the door open, and the doorknob, I mean, you know, it says pull. Anybody ever done that? I won't tell you why I was reminded of that this week. My own foibles in life. And we go inside to find our God. We go inside to find the truth. I was listening this week to a talk, Emmett Fox. The door to the soul opens inward. the door to the soul opens inward. You ever been in a hurry and you want to get out there and you go to push the door? The harder you push on a door that opens inward, the tighter it is closed. This is a truth here in the relative world, right? Do you remember last week, Reverend Russell talked a little bit about the relative and the absolute. The absolute never changes. The absolute is that which is always true, capital T, truth. That which is true in spirit. God is unchanging, absolute good, unconditional love, unlimited in potential. And sometimes we want to receive our good, don't we? And we run for the door and we push. And in doing so, pushing on a door that opens inward, we're just keeping it all away from us. Now here's the interesting thing is that the door to the soul, capital S soul, Mr. Fox defines the capital S soul. That is our individualized expression of God. That which you hear me call the Christ. The Christ of your being, the Christ of my being. That is our soul. That is the individualized piece. That is the ocean that expresses as the wave at the point of view that eventually will collapse back into the ocean. That is the eternal part of us. That soul, that door opens inward, and it opens inward not to let God in because God is always there. The door opens inward so we can bring our attention to the truth. We realize the truth of who we are. We open that door so that we might see clearly. Because sometimes that door that's in the way, it might be solid wood. It might be frosted glass, but it's never clear, right? Because there's too much here in the relative world that distracts us. It's like we are, we're on this big rock hurling through space and we have a windshield and there are dead insects all over it and we can't see clearly. Right? It's true. When I was younger, there were a lot more dead insects on the shield. Don't be spraying your gardens with herbicides, y'all, or fungicides or insecticides or that stuff. We need the insects, right? Save the honeybees so we can eat in 30 years. The door to the soul opens inward so that we can bring our attention to the truth of who we are. God is and I am, and all is well. God is, I am, and all is well. Say that with me. God is, I am, and all is well. And see, that's the capital T truth. Here in the relative world, it does not always appear that is so. Yes? People that have been in unity for a long time, when they have a health challenge, a lot of them, they won't tell you what that health challenge is. You ever known somebody that didn't want to talk about what was wrong? Because if I tell you what's wrong, you're going to start seeing me with that dis-ease and defining me with that dis-ease. Instead, I want you to affirm that everyone we know, everyone that we see, we recognize the Christ of who they are, and we know we see them rightly. That's the whole reason of affirmative prayer. Yes, our prayer chaplains, is to learn to see things rightly, because if God is always absolute good, unconditional love, absolute means it does not change, then praying to God is not to change God. Yes? Our prayers are to change us in consciousness, to change us in the mental plane, in our thinking. Because as soon as we can change our thinking, our actions will change. Our experience will change. Our prayers of affirmation are not to change anything out there. They're to change what's in here, and in here, our thinking and our feeling nature, so that we might have a new experience of good. Because we're opening the doors inward to our soul to let in our awareness, because the light is already inside. The light's already inside you, Lori. You know that, right? You do know that. I know you know that. The light's already inside of you. Yes. The light's already inside of me. Say that. The light is already inside of me because I am light. We affirm that every week with the prayer for protection. I am light. I am love. I am power. I am presence. Wherever God is, I am. I am. Not the egoic I, the soul. That individualized expression, that is you, that is you, that is you. I am. Is right here, right now. And so we have to learn to pull and not push, because in our excitement, sometimes we push. We push, and it just seals the door that much harder. Even when we're gifted, we do this sometimes. Looks different up here today, doesn't it? Looks different. So someone said, "Oh, it's empty." There's a lot of stuff in here last week, wasn't there? There's a lot of stuff. Today it's empty on purpose. Because we have to open up and bring our full awareness. And it doesn't matter what's there, because what is important is already here. Is already here. There's a book, When Everything Changes, Change Everything. So we're going to do something new today. So Deidrey's going to sing us another song right now. And while we're listening and embodying this song, I want you to think about, what is that thing that you've been pushing for? We have a prayer ministry that has reignited. We have prayer chaplains that are here and ready to serve you. And today, after Deidrey sings, I'm going to come up and I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if somebody wants to volunteer something, and we're going to do a perception correction so that we can learn to see things rightly, not to set things right in the world, but that we can shift in consciousness and know the truth, so that we have a different experience of the events of this relative world. So think about what's on your mind, because I'm going to take a volunteer, and then we've got prayer chaplains that are here, and prayer chaplains that are getting ready to start calling y'all. Isn't that exciting? You're going to get a phone call every month, and they're going to remind you of the truth of who you are. They might go, "What have you been pushing for this week?" Well, let's pull open that door instead of push it. Deidrey, are you ready to sing for us?
I am, Rev Todd.
Let's have a song.
This is by Still Good. What if a prayer is not a plea? a desperate call with tears that fall on bended knee, but breathing out and breathing in, it's God in me that lives and breathes, my trusted friend. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. What if today I had the chance to move and sway? God leads the way in my life's dance. What if I knew without a doubt, no need to fear, God is right here within, without. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My words are thoughts that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My words are thoughts that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying.
That was beautiful. Great selection, Deidrey. Thank you. Who has something they want to share with the whole congregation, with the whole world, because we're streaming live on Facebook? Michael, I was sitting here and I knew Michael has got something that he wants to share. Yes, sir.
I definitely, through this process of Speaking Universe at work and providing most of what we need to get over there. And it's just this incredible amount of abundance that has come through. Kind of at the last minute, we talked to Veronica about staying here or going. And there are a lot of hurdles to make that happen. A lot. And I feel like we're pushing on the door to make it happen. Last night we discussed, the potential of, her just coming with us and finding a way for her to get out on her own, but closer. And I took her to drive yesterday. She doesn't have her license. She has her permit. She does have her permit, though. Thank you. And I'm trying to accelerate the process, and so we're on one of the country roads, 101, and she did okay, but she had to pull off the road because there's people behind us and stuff. And I said, this is happening for a reason. I said, I feel like leaving you here and to be on your own is like us getting in the car right now. Let's learn how to drive on the highway. I said, but you going with us to Iowa and finding a way for you to be on your own is like me taking you to the parking lot. and showing you all the things you need to learn first and do all of that. So that's how I feel about it. I'm not saying it can't happen, but so that's what it feels like. Like I'm just, all right, birdie, fly. I know you can do it. So that's, I think, missing it. Sorry, I put you on the spot.
Yeah.
This is a new process that we're trying out, so I didn't know what.
Yeah, it is a new process. It's new for all of y'all. I've done this before, and I just felt called to start doing this today so that we can correct our perception, because the first thing that we do is we release the anxiety and the fear.
It felt really good to say it.
Yeah. So sometimes just giving voice to something that is occupying our mental energy can be very freeing. And so we release the anxiety and the fear, and we know that whatever your daughter chooses to do will be the right and perfect thing for her to do. We know that whatever choice she makes and that you as a family make is guided in wisdom, that it is grounded in love, and that every needed resource is available right now to make it happen without effort. See, that's the truth of it, because when we go inside, when we open and pull the door inward, we realize that every resource we need, we have. Absolute good, unconditional love, unlimited in potential, is there when we recognize that we're pushing. So that's beautiful that you recognize that. And so relax into the wisdom. Right, we don't get real busy and then say, oh, I should meditate now. We train ourselves to meditate so we can listen to that inner wisdom and that truth so that it's always present for us. And we know that whatever path she chooses to take will be the right and perfect path for her. And those that are parents will all say, sometimes the path our children take is not the one we would choose. And we still get to support them and recognize the Christ of their being and support them in whatever ways we can. And I'll save the rest later. Did you want to share something, Missy?
I spend a lot of my energy researching like nutrition and things for Drew, and so I'm having a challenge with trying to get her to eat more fruit and vegetables. And it's really hard because, I mean, personally, I feel the call of the cupcakes and the cookies, and I mean, so that's my challenge also. But for her, she just wants sugar and ice cream and like that all the time. And so I'm struggling. I have researched this particular smoothie that is meant to really help with autism a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we call it the purple panda because it has blueberries in it, and it's a very healthy smoothie. And we have been exhausting our creativity in trying to figure out how to get her to consume this smoothie. And it's a daily smoothie. And I don't know, we just have been going through it with we try to make it really fun, and then sometimes we end up forcing it on her, and we range through this whole.
I want to say one thing about it. One reason why we're so motivated is we've seen a marked difference in her behavior to where we actually we're recognizing where she's becoming more and more aware. And that's so it's actually a good thing that she is finding us on this, because that's actually her awareness of us trying to bribe her into doing it. Because she won't take bribes.
Yeah, we give her
Like ice cream in front of her. She's like,
Oh my goodness, children that won't take bribes. Oh, we're out of my comfort zone.
so we know it's working.
yeah. I mean, we tried the chocolate milk, and then like we have either pudding or ice cream or even cheesecake one night. Was like, if you swallow that, you can have a bite of your cheesecake. And she will not swallow. She will hold it in her mouth for a really long time. And last night she spit it in the tub.
Wow.
Yes.
So
The struggle is that we know it's really good for her. It is helping her. We want to give it to her, and she is fighting us on this. And I could really use some perspective shifting.
I think that the thing to do is to shift your awareness that she is not fighting, but she is resisting, because who wants to do what anybody else is trying to force them to do, right? That is again pushing against the door. And I don't have an answer for that, but I do want to invite you to shift your language, that it is challenging, but it's not impossible. Each day it becomes easier and easier to get my entire family to eat more healthy and to make the right decisions. Each and every day I make the right decisions on the food I put into my body. Because if you're still being, hearing the call of the chocolate chip cookie or the 7 chocolate meringue pies that were in the refrigerator last week, thank you all very much. If you're still hearing the call of that, then you can't expect it not to be calling her. We have to heal within ourselves and hold from the place of truth within us that the same is true for everyone else. I make the right and best choices for everything I consume. And in doing so, I model for my family how to make the right and perfect choices.
Have me say that with you, please? Have me say that with you?
Who remembers what I just said?
That's why when you say it,
We'll have to go back.
every day I make
The right and perfect choices for the food I consume. And in doing so, I model this behavior for my family. We'll go back and listen to the recording. Does anybody else have one? Because I could do this all day, but then we'll be here all day. And some people are already looking at their watches. They got to get to the buffet. There are no more buffets. I don't think. There might be. There's one. Oh, yeah, the tsunami. When you leave today, remember the door to the soul opens inward. It is not to let anything in other than your awareness so that you might see the truth. Because in this relative world, there are lots of distractions that will pull our attention from the truth. I am the light, I am the love, I am the power, I am the presence. Right? That soul, that individualized expression of the Christ. The Christ of your being makes all things possible. If you believe. If you believe. So believe it. Do amazing things because you are amazing. And so it is.
Wow. Thank you, Rev. Todd, for this message. I realize that I'm doing the same thing as I listen to your prayers in terms of food and my own choices. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I have to relax into it. And I was going to sing Anything Is Possible, but I think that this song, this Karen Drucker song, I relax, let go, release, and surrender, is appropriate. So let us sing it together. I think you all know this one. Let's relax into it. I relax, let go, release, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well, all is well. Let's do that again. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. I relax, let go, release, and surrender. All is well, all is well. Every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have, and I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am blessed, I am loved, I am safe. Are you ready to relax? I relax, let go, release and surrender, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what this life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go, I will have everything I'll ever need. Let's relax. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well. Come on, affirm it now. All is well. Come on now, let's tell somebody else that. Tell someone. I relax, let go, release and surrender. Tell them to relax. Relax, let go, release and surrender. Find someone else. Relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. Come on, turn behind you. Find someone else. Relax, let go, release and surrender. Tell someone, relax, let go. Tell someone you scream, release and surrender. Come on now, relax, affirm it, let go, release and surrender. All is well, I am well, I am well. All